Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters all around the world. Welcome to Islam Inc. Who is Prophet Isa alayhi salam? The lineage of Isa alayhi salam. Prophet Isa alayhi salam, he was the son of Mary, his grandfather was Imran, and his grandmother is Hannah bint Farud. How was he born? The birth of Jesus. Did Jesus have a father? The answer is no, he did not have a father. We have proof that he didn't have a father, or he did have a father. What do you mean he didn't have a father? How is it possible for someone to exist without a father? How many things exist but have no parents? For example, the sun has no parent. Time has no parent. Water does not have a father. Earth exists but has no parent. The moon exists but has no parent. Prophet Adam and Eve, the first humans, existed with no parents. You accept everything else existing without parents, but you do not accept one man born with only one mother. Why? Only who can answer it and have ability is the Quran, the word of Allah. What Allah said about Jesus alayhi salam. O Muhammad, recite in the book the account of Mary when she withdrew from her people to a place towards the east and drew a curtain screening herself from people. Whereupon we sent to her our spirit, and he appeared to her as a well-shaped man. Mary exclaimed, I surely take refuge from you with the most compassionate Lord, if you are at all God-fearing. He said, I am just a messenger bearer of your Lord. I have come to grant you a most pure boy. Mary said, How can a boy be born to me when no man has even touched me, nor have I ever been unchaste? The angel said, Thus shall it be. Your Lord says, It is easy for me, and we shall do so in order to make him a sign for mankind, and a mercy from us. This has been decreed. Then she conceived him and withdrew with him to a far-off place. When she conceived the child, she left the sanctuary and went to a distant place in order to escape the bitter criticism of people. They would have said, Look at the virgin daughter of the pious house of Aaron. She has conceived a child, and that too in the sanctuary, where retired for devotion. Thus she temporarily succeeded in concealing the shame of the conception. But this event itself is proof that Prophet Jesus was born without a father. Had Mary been married and had a husband, she would not have left his or her parents' house by herself and chosen a distant place for the purpose of delivering. Then the birth pangs drove her to the trunk of the palm tree, and she said, Oh, that I had died before this and had been all forgotten. The words with that showed the extreme state of anxiety in which Mary found herself at the time. She did not utter these words on account of the labor pains, but due to the pangs of sorrow as to how she would conceive the child from her people. The angel's words, grieve not at all, explained why she had spoken these desperate words. When a married girl is during her first phase, she might be dying with pains, but she is never sorrowful or grieved. Thereupon the angel below cried out, Grieve not, for your Lord has caused a stream of water to flow beneath you. Shake the trunk of the palm tree towards yourself, and fresh and ripe dates shall fall upon you. So eat and drink and cool your eyes, and if you see any person, say to him, Verily, I have vowed a fast to the most compassionate Lord, so I shall not speak to anyone today. That is, you need not say anything with regard to the child. It is now our responsibility to answer the critics. This also indicates why Mary was so sad and grieved. Had she been married and given birth to her first baby like any other mother, there was no occasion to tell her to observe a fast of silence, though it was common custom among the Jews. Then she came to her people, carrying her baby. They said, "O Mary, you have committed a monstrous thing." O sister of Aaron, your father was not an evil man, nor was your mother an unchaste woman. Sister of Aaron may either mean that Mary had a brother of the name of Aaron, or it may mean that she belonged to the family of Prophet Harun. The first meaning is supported by tradition, by the prophets also. How can people who reject the miraculous birth of Jesus explain why Mary's whole community had come out to curse and condemn her when she had appeared before them with a child? Thereupon Mary pointed to the child. They exclaimed, "How can we speak to one who was in the cradle, a mere child?" People who misinterpret the Quran translate this verse as, "How shall we talk with him who was but a child yesterday?" They attribute these words to the elderly people of the Jews. The dialogue took place between when the people were condemning Mary, who, being unmarried, had brought forth a child, and now when the child had grown up into manhood. The child cried out, "Verily, I am Allah's servant. He has granted me the book and has made me a prophet, and has blessed me wherever I might be, and has joined upon me prayer and zakat as long as I live, and has made me dutiful to my mother. He has not made me oppressive nor bereft of God's blessing. Peace be upon me, the day I was born, the day I will die, and the day I will be raised up alive." This is Jesus, the Son of Mary, and this is the truth about him concerning which they are in doubt. This speech in the cradle by Jesus was the sign to which the angel referred to in Ayah 21, as Allah intended to punish the children of Israel for their continuous wicked ways and evil deeds. He made a pious virgin girl, the family of Adam, who had devoted herself to worship in the temple under the patronage of Zechariah, bear a child and bring it before her people in order to concentrate the whole attendance of those thousands of people assembled there on this extraordinary event. Then he made this newborn child speak out, even in the cradle, that he had been appointed a prophet, so that they had seen this wonderful sign of Allah. They rejected the prophethood of Jesus and brought him to the court for crucifixion, and thus incurred the wrath of Allah. For further details, please see Surah Al-Imran and Surah Al-Nisa.